Right, as Ugarte seems to be getting ever closer to Manchester United, in this video we'll be looking at can Casemiro and Ugarte play in the same team. It'll be a quick video talking about can they, what does this mean for the future of Casemiro, and all of that stuff. So be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So listen, just to answer the question of the video, yes they can. Casemiro and Ugarte can certainly play in the same team. I think they have two very different styles, but they are kind of two very similar players who both play the number 6 role, and two very important players. I think, listen, we're in a position where we have a 5-time Champions League winner, and Casemiro kind of fighting for his place. Yes, he's on a lot of money, and would I prefer to have Casemiro on a lower wage, but the fact that we have Casemiro at the club as a rotation player, someone who's going to be starting games, is also real important. I think Ugarte is still a young player. He's 23 years of age. He's going to need some help settling and developing, and he may not even start the first couple of games that he is at United. So to have Casemiro with him will be very important for him. And I think if you look at what they provide, is two obviously very different roles. And I think in certain games, for example, Etihad away, Anfield away, the big Europa League away games, top Premier League games, especially away from home, where kind of Erik ten Hag's form really isn't the greatest. I think you can go into games with Ugarte and Casemiro as a double pivot. I think, especially when Kobbie Mainoo gets tired. I do certainly think you can put them two in the midfield together. I think you look at Ugarte's tenacious, aggressive play, number 6. Casemiro, someone who likes to get forward and attack. They certainly can complement each other. And this certainly doesn't mean the end of Casemiro. I think this would allow Casemiro to unleash kind of a different part of his game, which we haven't really seen in his career. When he was at Real Madrid, he was much the number 6, which allowed Kroos and Modric to do their roles. Now at United, he's been predominantly the number 6. Now with Ugarte coming in certain games, he will be allowed to go and have a bit more freedom, which is really important. And I think having Casemiro, obviously, as a rotational player, he's not going to want a kind of be that, but he's going to have to be, because Ugarte will be that player who does start most of the games. You look at Casemiro, he may be putting Casemiro on the bench and giving him those couple of games here and there will allow him to fully show what he's about, because he won't be playing every game. It won't be constant pressure on him to deliver, and that's ultimately what you need. I think if you give Casemiro maybe a couple of games coming off the bench, he's starting games, but not every game, it certainly allow you to get the best and the fittest Casemiro. So I think this deal doesn't mean the end for Casemiro. It is kind of the new beginning, and I think this is really important for us. I think we've needed this sort of signing, a young number 6 who can add quality to this Manchester United team, and that's certainly something that Ugarte can do in abundance. I'm excited about this deal. As I said, it's been a long negotiations, but I think if you look at what Ugarte and Casemiro can bring as a pivot, even Ugarte and Mainoo, like Casemiro will have a future at this club. He's got 2 years left on his deal. He's 32, may not start every game. The big issue is we will have a 350k 32-year-old on the bench for Manchester United. That is kind of the big worry about this whole situation. But the thing is, you can certainly look at the positives of everything. I think having Casemiro to come off the bench, having Casemiro in that midfield would be beneficial if he's putting in the performances which we've seen in previous games. I think he can certainly add that quality to the Manchester United team that we've been missing. And I do think Casemiro, listen, if you compare him to Ugarte, they do have kind of very different stats. So yeah, I think you look at the positions, they are totally different, but also very similar. So yeah, let's see what happens anyway. This has been me talking about Manuel Ugarte. Will he fit into this Manchester United team? I don't know. I think he will. I hope he can in that number 6 role. I think he has all the quality and ability to do so, and the confidence. He has that tenacious, aggressive nature, and two South American players in that midfield. One's 23, one's obviously 32. I think they can certainly learn a lot at Manchester United, and they can pair absolutely fantastically. I mean, you look at the tackles, I'll just run off some quick stats quickly, but I'll do a separate video talking about Ugarte. But Quickly stats: 4.56 tackles for Ugarte, 3.76 for Casemiro per 90 minutes, 1.86 interceptions to 0.82. So Ugarte is a very, very smart player when it comes to reading the game. 8.42 ball recoveries to 6.03, again beating Casemiro. 6.73 ground duels went to 4.62, and he loses possession less than Casemiro. This ultimately is a very, very positive deal for United, and I do certainly think they can play together now. If I had to pick, just say maybe it's Man United versus, just say Southampton at home, you could maybe get away with playing the main Ugarte and Bruno. I think that'd be the sort of midfield you want to go to. But if you just say you're playing Man City away, you could go with Ugarte, Casemiro and Bruno or something like that. So there is obviously a lot of variety to bring, and ultimately this is a great deal. So listen, who will start Manuel Ugarte versus Casemiro? I think they can both play together. If I had to pick one in the game, it would probably be Ugarte, just with the fact that he's just more fitter, he's younger, and in a game where it's going to be open, I think you do need Ugarte's ability to get around the pitch fantastically well. But listen, let's see what happens. Thank you for watching.